Welcome back to the ESL 1 Cologne qualifier for the European region. We're into our second map between OPTIC Gaming and North. I'm not gonna lie, I am very, very deflated after that first map. It looked like it was gonna be such a good one as well. It was like Dust 2, yeah, both teams have had a pretty good last few months on this, and nah, just nothing from OPTIC. 16-2, and now we look to Nuke. And if the performance from Dust 2 is carried over by OPTIC, then I'm just going to say no chance, essentially. Like, they're lucky they're starting things off on CT side. But Nuke is one of those maps that these two teams have played before. Unfortunately enough, the last time they played it was on LAN at ESL Pro League, and they won it on the OPTIC squad, so... You know, I'm not going to count them out entirely, but just based off the way that that last map went, I'm not so sure. Let's see. As we go into the T-side start for the North squad, they're going to make their way out and into the ramp room. Config's got an unsilenced USP and will just instantly get pushed back off the back of a quick dink coming through from the T's. They'll make their way into B, but Snappy's there to stop them. Two headshots coming out for Snappy and Refresh. He's in the control with a crossfire, and they haven't read onto this position. A's is the last man left, and OPTIC going to get a confident pistol. 4 kills for Refresh, and Snappy playing bait is going to get the first for the OPTIC side. And that is how you start the map. Although, that being said, we saw a great CT pistol coming from OPTIC over on Dust 2, and then it was immediately shut down by North on the response. Eco for this one, and lo and behold, that last one was an eco, but here now they've got choke points to work with on the OPTIC Gaming side. The Snappy will shut one of those down. 2 players making their way out. He'll only get the 1 kill, and Gade's going to be allowed access over to Secret. Molotov's in, Valde going to face around, take out Config, so there are casualties being sustained by the OPTIC side, but they do keep 3 players alive. UMP's held in check, 2-0 on the start for the OPTIC Gaming lads. North with these AKs can now get started, hopefully with a round, at least hopefully for the North side. Refresh though, will be trying tonight with an open kill straight out. Aha, gets a lot of damage to Gade, but not much done other than that. No kills for the OPTIC side. A little bit overly aggressive. In fact, they might just be pushing up towards other T-side angles, like a Kiabi out here towards outside. Nico moving up close and personal. Now MSL will try to get the trade frag. AG around the corner, bursts on towards the head and takes him down. Him a lot of utility committing from North straight through towards this A-bomb side, but they aren't going to go for the rush down. Eventually the smokes will go up. Response incendiaries will come through from MSL, and that will force the hand of the T side. They're going to look towards trophy, ramp room, radio room, whatever you want to call it. And Snappy with the UMP up close to try and receive them. Not spotted initially. Waiting for that corner roundup. Valde might not be ready for it. So, right. And yeah, bomb being dropped. Snappy falls back away towards the B box. They're going to pull him for rotation, peeking for a secondary kill. And while he will end up falling, it will be a 2 versus 2. And damage being done to Yugi. This is still plausible for the OPTIC side. It's Config to respond first. In control room. Bomb plant down towards Old Toxic. Burst through those windows and trying to land a blind shot, but it's just not going to happen right now. It's Config. I have to pressure in the T side. The fuse kits, of course, in play for the CT forces. They're trying to catch off Yugi. He's the lowest HP player. If he peeks out and gets taken down, then this becomes infinitely more difficult for AZ. And lo and behold, Yugi will end up falling. It's all left to the lone T side player. Flashbangs in, no smoke. He does catch the first player. Alpin next to spray to the second. And North will hold on to their first rifle. And already, OPTIC are calling for a timeout, realizing that they cannot afford to let the momentum go to the favor of the North side, based off of how Dust 2 went. Figure out a way to readjust and refocus on what's going to go down. XM1014 already bought by MSL, so it looks like it will be a buy commitment, and yeah, the AWP being passed back and forth between those two players. Refresh will be glass cannon, and I imagine Config Snappy also buy down alongside the rest of their teammates, but it will be a UMP at best for Snappy, pistol for Config. So no M4s, no AUGs to back up the CT buy-up. Of course, versus the AKs is not a good thing. A little bit ET to work with. Already the nades going through will be wasted against the T side. No damage going to be done to North early on. They face towards ramp room. MSL is the man for contact. Will he get the AWP shot? He will miss it instead. Nice shoulder bait from Gade. AWP looking to reface here. MSL still got a bit of a chance at this one. Flashbang's over. AWP going to hold face and still continue to face around. He finally takes the first man down. Gade dead. Once again, MSL will miss out on the next man. A peek out on the shoulder bait. So only a man advantage gained by the Optic Gaming side. We're still a little bit under, over a minute to go. The T side will readjust, go towards outside. Completely uncontested as well by the CT forces. They've only got Nuke up here towards heaven. If they're going to commit to this, they're going to have to go towards main. They've only got one smoke for the secret cross. So this Deagle can do some damage at range. And yeah, they will just smoke up and try go to main. Flashbang's over for QRB, will allow his teammates entrance to the bomb site. It's AZ ready for the backstab from MSL. He'll see him and spray on through towards that AWP, so back to 4v4. It comes up to the main bomb site defensive. 3 players ready and raring to receive. They know there's one towards Squeaky. Too many players, too many call-outs with an S in the title. 15 seconds, they've got to go now. Valde towards heaven will catch off Nico, will spray him down, got to look for the second round top of hut, and he will be successful in doing so, but Snappy denies. Bomb can make his way up, and it's going to get planted. Yugi down, that's going to be round over. 1 kill was all the difference, and Valde might die after time. Indeed he will. 2 kills for Snappy and Config apiece. And Optic locked down the third. North a little bit too passive for my liking, letting that timer run way too low. Everything in the hands of one man, that's how that whole thing goes. Back up to the force by the Deagles, the CZs, versus the rifles recovered by the Optic Gaming side. Only 1 AK save, but I think that's fine. Smokes go down, and Nico responds with one of his own rights, so trying to block off the secret area, allow him a chance to rotate in and try and hold down the B halls. Flashes in from AZ will certainly waste a little bit of utility that they have for the north side as they all pile in down the stairs. B site will be the play. Refresh. Can't see anyone towards the vents area, at least not for the moment. North aren't going to overextend like that, but they have basically committed. They're down in decon and down to the double doors. 2 players set up the crossfire. The flashbangs come forward, and Snappy, hearing all the footsteps around him, watching out for the decon opener. He doesn't see Valde. They will turn and focus his attention towards AZ instead. Turns on with it first. 90 degrees back over to decon, still focusing on Valde. Yugi trying to use that chance to strike, but he still comes up short, with Nico also coming in with the M4 kills. The T is going to dismantle here. It's Valde, last man standing. No bomb on his back. All 5 stay alive. Nice from Snappy and Nico. Yeah, confident CT start this time for the Optic lads. Looking much better than the opening map of the series. P250's in for North once again, down to the eco. There was a force buy round, so unless Gade and Co go ham, this will be a 5th. MSL starts, 1 kill, second AWP shot, gonna miss against the head of the next man up on Silo, but Gade's tagged up and eventually will end up falling. Config taking out Valde to Squeaky. Deagle from Yugi will do some damage, 1 kill. Can't get his second though. And know where the T-side players are at, then they can't take Yugi down. A little bit far out position, but that one, but eventually all the nade stacks will come through. Ooh, AZ with a good second shot with the Deagle. Doing some damage to OPTIC, but they get away with all the key rifles, so... The investment shouldn't hurt the OPTIC economy too much. Now North will have a buy. 5 AKs. With full sets of utility, only one player limited by 1. Head Kevlar across the line here. And North going to be denied their secret smokes, but it looks like the focus really towards this A-bomb site. Struggling to get picks when it comes to opening things up on the A-bomb site. They'll play fast inland here. The blind spray from Config can't take on the T-side player. He turns around and get the headshot on QRB regardless. And Gade will come up with a trade, so 4 versus 4. Bomb can still make its way down. They've got a lot of smokes covering off the CT line, but one player out towards Heaven will peek up. Valde will deal with him. With Refresh falling in the interim, here comes the Snappy and MSL. One to main, now dead, and one to Heaven, burning alive at this stage. And that's much more confident from North. Retake up for the AWP. I'd imagine the MSL would want to save this, and yeah, he's falling out. He's falling away. So there you go. Hoping for more opening picks when it came to the executes, and that's exactly what North did, making the execute work. Although initially it felt like that was going to swing to the defender back on the bomb site. Below in the hold, the second round sits to the favour of the T-side Danes. OPTIC should be back for another buy here. Rifles can get dropped to Refresh. Obviously, MSL saving that AWP with everybody else up for a buy up. Snappy. Yeah, one of those rifles back out. No, AUG brought down. Okay, no, MSL's going to drop it instead. That's fine. So, full scope single AWP setup for the OPTIC squad. Will North try for something similar, or will they change the pace of the game once again? They're going to go out towards outside this time with 1 player at least. Actually, 2 players on silo. Second man will try and take face. Kiabi's round that corner and... try and look out for aggression from OPTIC, but as far as so far in this half, haven't really gone to try and push a player up towards the red box. They've just played very passively using utility blocks. Over all the smokes, they want to try and get out here. Do finally push 1 player around to the garage, Nico. AUG in hands, the smokes go over, the Molotov's into secret. That's all a ruse. North looking to focus back on the A-bomb site, and they have pulled attention away from this part of the map. We need a Refresh and Config for the defensive line. Here come the flashbangs over, straight through Squeaky Door. Nice Molotov on. Config will deal with the first round, but getting traded back by AZ. Leaves it all to Refresh. He gets himself 1. Nico dealt with. Still Refresh up in the rafters. 3v3. Valde gets underneath him and shoots him back in the arse. Now advantage turned over for the north side, and should be allowed a bomb plant here. Valde with a Molotov does land a little bit deep, actually. This could be a chance for MSL to swing, but no, he starts burning, and AZ will finish the job. Another confident round there for the North execution. As OPTIC couldn't quite deal with the aggression. This will break North's, OPTIC's economy as well. Only 1 AUG saved. Heavy investment from the last round. The past couple of force buys up in 2 rounds in a row. Leaves only 1 AUG, and everybody else going to go basic pistols. Deagle for Config and P250 for Refresh. Nades in, smokes up, and it's going to be a rush coming out from North. Nice nade stacking, but Refresh will still be there. Nice under the head from Gain. The AUG still remains in play. Nowhere near the bomb site, though. The bomb can be planted very safely here for North, and they'll plant it open for main. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting much else from that. Standard nade rush. And probably best for Snappy just to save the AUG at this stage. Yeah, he's out towards outside, watching in for an exit frag just in case, but OPTIC aren't going to commit to this. Try and take as many of these rifles away from North as is possible. But they'll start building back, and they'll look towards the fourth, now within one of the OPTIC lead. But it was an eco. Remember that much. The CT side players fall all across the map. MSL's also dealt with, so the only lurker, the AUG, staying in play for Snappy. Another very confident execute coming in from the north side. And OPTIC might want to take some time to figure out how they're going to deal with this A-side defense, because that's where North is trying to be their strongest. Now, they've gone towards the B-bomb site, and OPTIC have been able to deal with that with some decent crossfires in the control room and on the ramp. Obviously, the ramp control's been pretty confident as well. MSL constantly likes to go there. I think he's going to play that angle one more time, and yeah. North make their way into lobby on top of the roofs. They need to put some Molotovs into the skylight, where once again OPTIC have placed most of their forces on the A-bomb site, but what can they do to try and deal with it? A little bit of radio control in from the north side as well, so in case they do want to rotate towards B, they have that option, but again, it's MSL to challenge it, and if Gade peeks out, then that's going to be the end of him. We'll pass that bomb off to Yugi as he realizes the danger, but does not act on his instincts. The smokes have to come in once again from the north side at the minute marker. The flashbang's over, but is this an execute or is it a fake? It looks like it might just be a fake. As smokes go up, MSL is forced off angle to try and reflex around that corner. Can't land a shot on the first man, and will get tagged to 19 HP as a real result. Trying to fall back. Now allow Nico to take point on this one. He'll spot Valde, line up on AZ, get the 2K, but not knowing where the other players are at. Gade will finally get that trade, but config there to maintain the two-man advantage for OPTIC back towards the main position. Gade and Yugi, last two players remaining for North, and 40 seconds for them to try and recover this. Both isolated, both in very different positions from each other. Is Yugi going to go towards this A-bomb site? Gade going to come in from heaven. Better wait for him to look over because he's got several CTs potentially to find. One on bomb site and one towards the cubby corner. And cubby corner will get the frag. Yugi giving up his position. 20 seconds left and it looks like OPTIC will hold down the defense. And again, they fell down when they tried to take ramp control. So the one strong point for OPTIC right now, the one unbreakable aspect of this map so far. MSL not always landing that AWP shot, but he's got great backup and he's staying alive and he's rotating away when he knows when to. And North, while they tried to break back into the A-bomb site, it took a little bit too much time and obviously running low on 2 versus 4, so what can you do? Pause will be called by North. Probably going to recognize these patterns in a moment's time. We up for another 4-buy in this round. Rebuy, essentially. That's the OPTIC gaming side, who have recovered 2 AKs, so a lot of this head Kevlar may become completely null and void. So OPTIC set up for the rush, set up for refresh to try and take first contact out of the squeaky door. They're not going to go facing all the way around that corner. Meanwhile, Gade and Valde challenge outside. They spot MSL. This time repositioning his AWP to the outer position, but can't quite get the opening frag. Will allow Nico to get towards the blue box. Will they read onto this, the T? So they are looking in this general direction. The Molotov's coming in towards the back of red box, though, and the AWP finally legs down Nico. Kiabi swings out and gets him down. So, opening frag for the OPTIC squad. They do know that that was not the AWP, though. That might just about be enough as the smokes get set up over towards the secret area. Smokes back over to main, flashbangs over. Bit of a unique spin on the secret smokes. It kind of covers you off from heaven as well, isolating the player from garage. It's a bit more difficult to get control of the secret area per se, but it also opens up more options in terms of going to main and potentially backstabbing against the CT side forces, so I prefer this set of smokes, and certainly North may be able to benefit from this, but they're not expecting MSL to still be lurking outside. 1 kill to his name. And falls back. Might be forced back all the way into CT spawn, but if he can get the second kill on Valde, then that might be more value for it. Spots him, headshot, flick, missed, going to be taking some damage instead. And Valde will make his way into hell. Snappy knows this, he's going to hear those footsteps. When will he turn around, or will Valde just catch him looking the other way? Behind red box, he's just going to wait for this one. Spotted, sprayed, AZ down here, 2 more footsteps, connects for the double, can't connect for the triple though. But the man advantage has been gained by Optic and Config already in decon to shut down that bomb planter. 10 seconds for Yugi. And a very well played out round there for Optic. Drawing pressure away from the bomb sites. Drawing attention away from North. Giving their teammates the perfect chances to shut them down. 7-4 is the scoreline. Another pause going to be taken. This time it's by Optic. All right. Currently riding the highs of being extremely well off in this matchup. Optic, a pretty good CT side. Not the best, but certainly not the worst. I'd say it's very, very good. Honestly, I expected this tactical was coming from North more than anybody else, because last few rounds haven't quite gone as well as they would have wanted it to. I mean, has looked like a bit of a hell show. Once again, they're going to go for the fast execute towards A. The one thing that's worked consistently well for them to get that first and second picks on for the triple. Kiabi can't quite get it. It's Valde actually that start that second kill, but Snappy and Nico able to respond to 3 versus 2. Now Nico turns it back to evens once again. As his teammate in MSL comes in towards Heaven, the flashbangs are going through though, and will they form up and try and go for this retake? I mean, the money's not amazing for Optic, but 2v2 retake on A bomb site. They had A presence. Nico will make his way up and try get some flash support here from MSL. This actually could work well, but Nico has got to find the frags. He's got to find a position. Secondary flashbang in, and he'll start to peek up, make his way onto the bomb site. We've got Gade here watching main. Kiabi watching the bomb site itself. Tapped once Nico around his corner, and he's going to win the fight. 2 kills coming in simultaneously for the CT side. And patiently played, but well played from Optic. Looking so much better in this map than in the last one. Therefore, I have to question our map vetoes. It feels more like Optic picked this one and North picked Dust 2. Regardless, buy-ups from North that did get that bomb plant bonus, so the UMPs will come through supporting a Galil. And the AK-47s on Yugi and Kiabi. Double op set up from Snappy and MSL, meanwhile, to respond to it on the Optic side. Ooh, damage being done to Config, thinking there was someone close, but no. Just blind sprays. Now we'll keep these choke points together. North looking like they're going to commit towards ramp room. This hasn't always been a hit that's worked so far, but Snappy is in position and he will fall back, try and call for rotations. Getting caught off by Gaby. He brings out a nade instead of going for the firefight. T's gain ramp control. CTs will try and rotate and adjust. They have pulled attention away from the A bomb site, though. Only 2 players there to defend it, but North have made their decision. They're going to A. No, they're not. They're going to B. Why am I being an idiot? Why did I say A? Flashes in, smokes over. Bomb onto the B bomb site. Valde just waiting for the plant out here. And we'll catch it eventually. Bomb 5v5 retake. Damage being done. Very passive again from OPTIC, trying to play patient. And we've got a few players to deal with. The AWP from MSL passing back over the AUG for him, picked up instead. Nico strikes first, Valde down. Gade also taken apart. 3 players, 4 players falling, and the retake is just perfect from OPTIC. Kiabi, no way into this one. 9-4. Another pause being called. This time it is by North. They realize they are falling behind. The defensive has held up very, very well so far from the OPTIC side. North try for the quick vent dive. First time in this half. They do make it successful. I don't think they got the information out. AZ making a lot of noise though, and OPTIC might get the information. I'm able to figure out what's going on. North now go back in for the secret position. Nice gap for Nico to work with. He spots Yugi, sprays, but can't take him down. Does not see any more of the players out here. But as it clears, he'll spot 2, drop that bomb. Can't connect to the headshot of Gade. So 1-for-1 trade, and the Galil will not get swapped out for the AK, actually. I thought he would have done. There's 60 seconds left. The T is going to go towards secret, commit to the B bomb site one more time, trying to attack this from a different side. OPTIC. 50 seconds to play with on the north side. We've got 2 players to deal with directly on the bomb site. Snappy and MSL, very different positions. They're hearing all this information, hearing all these footsteps. As flashes, smokes go over. Gade make his way in. AZ's denied on the backup. Snappy just misses every bullet, but catches Gade on the head just as the bomb goes down. So 2-man advantage gained by OPTIC, and they turn a 5v5 to their favor. Can Yugi and Kiabi turn all of this around? Nades in, Molotovs to stop the decon push. Kiabi just can't quite face, and actually has a bomb position to his name. Yugi from the other side, though, coming at double doors, takes the first man, turns on with a second. Kiabi gets that kill. In fact, the 2 versus 2 in Yugi's position so good, but can only hold out for so long. It's all left to Kiabi. Round this corner, Refresh got to play body block, opens the door, shuts it, goes back in, and gets Kiabi down. The defuse will come through, and Config will just about have it at 10 seconds. Getting another round for the OPTIC side, 10-4. Improving in troves. One final buy left for the OPTIC gaming side, and North can't even get the AWP out of their one. Krieg versus 4 AKs. North dismantled round after round against OPTIC. Nice timing from A's to do damage to Nico, but Molotov's in, Config denies it. Flashbangs go over, they try for the fast execute, and this time Config's got it locked down. 1-for-1 trade as Refresh comes up with a second. AZ out in the open, and Config deals with him. Yugi and Valde will trade back. Bomb drop to a 2 versus 2, but Config still lurking. What a flick! And now turns on to Yugi. They know roughly where he is. He'll be spotted, and Snappy will close it out. Triple kill for Config, though. Star of the round. Absolutely brilliant shooting, and the defensive holds for that last execute. The one thing that was consistently great for the north side just got denied. leaves us with a bit of a chance for the OPTIC team to once again push us to Inferno as our third map. But North now the CT side to contend with. There's 7 rounds for North to make up against OPTIC. OPTIC having a fantastic CT side as North look towards theirs. Just 5 pieces of Kevlar are brought down by the Danes on the CT side. No defuse kits for them. And the fast play will come through from OPTIC out of the gate. Nades in, smokes up, Gade up on the rafter to try and respond. He will play out 80, but headshots galore for Gade. Refresh next to face. It's Yugi to take him down. MSL, last man standing, and OPTIC shut down this time by the A-side defense of North. Just as good. He'll get some tags, he'll get some headshots, but in the end, it's Valde to close it out. Gade, perfect shooting from him. OPTIC down to a 4 spy in the next one. They have gone quite aggressive in these second rounds in the past. As Tech9s, PT50s, CZs will all come out for OPTIC. A little bit of damage done by the utility, but Gade once again same position, 3 kills to his name. And the 4 spy is shut down very effectively again from North. 4 stay alive. As OPTIC should just go back into the eco and most likely fall very easily here. Now this is where things get scary, okay? His eco is expected, but if they lose the following rifle round, we'll start to get very similar sort of vibes from Dust 2. AZ swings out, takes Nico to begin. Nay gonna go a little bit too deep. Actually does land onto config. It's still too far forward, so not a lot of damage done to the man. It's PT50s and Eagles face towards the outside, try and take down CT forces in garage, but the CT forces towards main will also do their damage. The bomb, I think it just went for the vent dive. Yeah, it did. MSL is going to get 1 kill on the way out, so he might still be able to get his bomb plant. For OPTIC on an eco, that's not that bad. And no, denied eventually by Valde back on the B bomb site as the remaining CT forces deal with the outside control. Eco over, now it's time for the buy. AK is coming through for the CTs. For the Ts. Why am I being such an idiot today? My god. Didn't get much sleep last night. I apologize for making the stupidest calls. AUGs and M4s and AWPs coming through for the CTs, but full sets of AKs for OPTIC. Gade once again perched up in this same position. Valde might take first kill towards the secret control. Nice down to MSL, that might do a lot of damage. No, he does get out of dodge in time. Meanwhile, the remaining T-side forces going into the ramp room, and Yugi takes the first man down. Will fall back and call for backup because he saw at least 3, if not 4 players. Meanwhile, MSL dealing with the outside control, takes out Kiabi and tries to wrap up the backstab over to the hell position. Might also make his way up and over into the heaven area. OPTIC have the chance to rotate away. As Gade deals with MSL, finally taking that man down. It's only the main T-side force that remain in OPTIC, and they are going to hit A. Squeaky control gain, slowly peeking out. Nico taking first contact, refresh with the Molotov up towards heaven as Nico deals with AZ. Spots the second man again. He does take refresh back, but the trades are good to a 2 versus 2. Meanwhile, Valde dealt with on the vent rotation. And Yugi to the outside. 1v2 retake with the AWP. OPTIC. Slow, patient, but confident take of the bomb site. Nuke with a lot of work left to be done here on this AWP. Diffuse kit is on. Smoke is also up, but he go for the ninja. He may well just on bomb site, getting information out, prompting it in, looking for the AWP shot. Will tap it once. Look for Nico. Quick flick's not going to happen. And Config will take the frag instead. So left and right hand peaks. Double face in. We'll give a 12th to the T side. The T's immediately set up for what looks to be an A hit. Flashbangs in, yeah, straight out of Squeaky. Here come OPTIC very quick into the round. North have dealt with this kind of aggression before. Flashbangs continue to face forward. AZ will take a peek and do a lot of damage to 2 players. Nades in from Valde, and he'll go double up, looking for the triple. Gade will be able to take down refresh instead, peek up on the snappy. Meanwhile, Nico gets himself down to the B bomb site. There's red onto the vent dive. They should get this bomb plant here back over at the decon plant. Fakes it once, and that allows the AWP to peek up, and North will shut it down. AZ sacrificed Noble, set up several frags. And North cleaned house. Down to the deco once again from OPTIC Gaming, and North, well, it's easy for AZ. 10 seconds into the round, MSL and Snappy are dead. And the 7-round deficit is about to be reduced to just 3. As Config falls, Kiabi faces for the triple. And they have brought this back. Only 1 round scored by the T side so far in this half. Other than that, it's been all North. Once again, fast plays into the defaults. MSL will take a nice nade straight to his feet. Gade perched up as he always has. Like, the one issue for OPTIC has been that they haven't been able to deal with this guy. Valde supporting with the AZ control on the bomb site, usually playing up on the hut, but also playing out towards Squeaky if they need him to. Like, no one's paying attention to Gade, and with this AK, all the head Kevlar could be negated out of the hut position. Nades go in. Bullets put down range by the north side. The smokes towards Secret are up. Kiabi spotted and spraying. And Nico strikes first. But meanwhile, Valde towards the garage. They haven't accounted for him. 2 kills to the name of the CT player. They do make their way in through main. And Gade's just sitting back and waiting. He's sitting pretty. Not going to give up anything. Just wait and hold and pray. As the smoke start to clear. Refresh will start to make his way inland, and he'll be spotted. Gade still takes him down. 66 points for HP. The headshot could not be taken by the T side, and the 30 seconds now remain here as Snappy goes low, Config goes down, and Valde ends up with the triple. And Gade not getting many kills, I should say, in the rounds, but massive impact on his position. North now double digits against OPTIC. They're going to go with a half buy here on the OPTIC side. Gap for Kiabi. Oh, leg shot with the orb. That's perfectly played. 2 kills found. Bomb being dropped, giving AZ plenty of time to rotate. Shut out MSL. It's another easy CT defense. As the bomb's dropped in CT control, Refresh with a lot to do. Very little space to do it in. Hearing all these footsteps, but it's not happening. It's not happening at all. $11 for North. Take down the AWP at least. Refresh will get out of dodge with this one at least. But I imagine he'll be saving. Get that big green gun into the next one, because you're going to need it, OPTIC. North are now within 1. Not even going to let him get away with that one. 2 kills for Kiabi. And these kind of maps, the likes of Nuke, often rely on who's got the stronger T side, because you suspect North and OPTIC will get a strong CT side. It's looking like the executes coming in from North, the quick rushes towards A bomb site in that first half, the ones that OPTIC just couldn't quite deal with. Already hinting towards a better T side compared to what OPTIC have brought to the fold so far. And North are about to equalize unless OPTIC stop it here. 5 AKs rebought, full set to utility. A spray from AZ will already damage up Refresh. Will not know that he's got that damage. But will know that there's at least one player there. He saw the Tracers come back in through the smokes. Spray in from Kiabi, doing a little bit of damage to MSL, not much. Oh, but Nico, a lot more done. Straight up blind. North throwing Hail Marys out towards the outer positions, and they will do a lot of damage to their opposing force. Secret will be taken, but the cost of so much damage. And Snappy, a high HP player, goes fall into the hands of Yugi. Orp up, ready for a little bit more. The flashbangs will go over. He will try and incendiary them back, and that means Nico and MSL can't make their way forward. Second flick, not going to land on Config, but a third face. It's going to stall back for a moment. Flashbangs in. Config still avoiding these kill shots by like the tiniest amounts here from the Orb. 5 on 4. Valde now takes the mantle of defense. He turns on a 1 headshot and a second as well. And the Orb of Yugi hungry for a little bit more, but Gade will find the kill on Refresh up top. Finally a quick scope, finally damage done. All 5 stay alive, and North a confident defensive. Who shut down the OPTIC side. A timeout as appropriately called for the boys in green. And the half buy allows for Mac 10s to come out for OPTIC. UMP for Config, but that is a hit. That is not a lot. They'll rush in towards the A-bomb site, heavily damaged up by Molotov. Gabe with a fantastic spray transfer. Nico down, Refresh down, Snappy down. And Config backs down with the last man remaining. But OPTIC on the half buy, looking to the full buy. But they need to get something done. A single round in this second half. That's been it. Towards the outside, the CT is going to take first face. MSL and Nico pushing up. And MSL's down. Sprays come through from Nico. He will get it blind for the smoke. Looks for the second man outside the other side of red box, but 2 HP. Valde gets the kill and stays alive. Config will get the trade back eventually to keep us at evens, but it doesn't matter. North are taking the outside control. They've crippled OPTIC by quite the amount. Config trying to force the issue towards A main. Gade's still got hut control and the bomb's rotating to move into hut. Config rounds this corner. Kiabi sees his foot first and takes the headshot as a result. Now the teams make their way in through Squeaky. Might be able to deal with this one player swinging out outside the other corner though. Gain. Great A defensive backed up by Yugi with the AWP. Spots the head of the second. Tags up Snappy as well. And he'll get back towards the B bomb so get this plant out, but the retake is a completely different story for the lone T-side player. Open for Decon. Backed up through Decon. But Gade coming through to challenge him over at the stairs, and Snappy has no idea what's about to hit him. Side turn, looking on the vents, and there it is. 14-12. And it all came down to that T-side. 4 rounds from North in their first half versus only 1 from OPTIC in the second. Another pause being called. This surely must be for OPTICs. And they just can't catch a break with these executes. They just can't do anything on this T-side so far. They've had a couple of glimpses of life, a couple of good executes, but only 1 round so far. Another tactical for the OPTIC boys. As the teams move quickly into their defaults, trying to find an opening kill for Disposed. Gade will get overly aggressive and he will be punished for it, so that's something for the OPTIC lads. Smoke's going towards the outside. We'll try and sell them on the idea that they're going to secret. Looks like North Defensive are going to bite it as well. Leaving KRB on the boost spot. They wrap back over towards secret, but meanwhile the remaining T-side forces are looking to the A side where AZ is here to defend it. Flashes over, 1 player moving in. Kiabi making some noise. Edge of the smoke could line up 2, and indeed he does. 3rd kill not quite found, but it doesn't matter because AZ shuts down the lurker on A. It's a 3 versus 2 for North, and OPTIC again have copped it. 2 players on AKs, very different positions in the map. Will try and make their way in. Will try and find a way to secure this B bomb site, but Config is going to meet Valde, who's already sitting in decontamination. That's the bomb being dropped. That should be just round over. Map and match point for the OPTIC side. For North, my God, what is going on today? I'm going to need some serious caffeine after this. Map and match point for North. Valde turns on. MSL down. Another easy round for the CT side. 3 rounds to overtime for Optic Gaming. Nuke already ready to cut them off out towards the secret. Re-smokes can come down. The Molotov just stopped it, and one will go up. No gaps, but Nuke tries to time it. It's not going to happen for him. Second phase won't be allowed. AZ now going to rotate up. AUG close. Burst fires on towards Config. Config might be able to get the kill, though. AZ rotates, and Valda going to take point on the defensive this time. MSL right there. Headshot landed, and the bomb gets dropped on the vents. That's more time wasted as he gets himself a secondary kill. Will fall back against Snappy. Snappy will be able to deal with it. As Config bursts on, does have to play it back down, so it's going to be a 3 versus 3. Cade moving up. Close. Contamination. Tagged up. Still turns on for the first. Knows that there's a man behind him. It's going to be a 3 versus 2. Snappy dead. It's all left to refresh. Last man alive for Optic. Will pick up that bomb. Might rotate to A. Might be able to get the plant on A. But will he be able to fend off 3 incoming rifles? AUGs and AWPs included. I have my doubts. He's going to run straight into one man. And Kiali finishes the job. 16-12, a 2-0 series for North, dominating on Dust 2. And dominating, not quite so much, but still pretty good here.